Now it's live, hopefully. It's just always impossible to tell. One day I will learn to know if I am live or not. I've pressed all the 5 go live buttons I can find. There might be many of me. Let's just get the crowd control thing rolling as well. Because that's the whole plan. And we can pin that, nice. So that should now work. We're starting with a balanced kind of default setting. Just to see that it's, you know, what it's like. So we have something to compare to. And later I have more bomb damage is more good, but bomb damage faster is even more good. Cool. I have a setting where everything costs 1 coin, and I can now give you 250 every 30 minutes, I think is the max they will allow me. So that should be madness, even with only a few people. I also haven't played Peglin in a long ass time, I would say. So I'm already terrible at it, and it's not gonna be easier with all these things, but it should be fun. It's a whole long list of things you can do. It's possible to help me, but I'm expecting it will be the opposite. That's one way to put it. Welcome. The Reorganizer is fun. So there should be a link, it should work. We should now have way less latency because there was an ultra low latency setting. And I'm running a balanced mode for now on crowd control. Then we have the Giga Chaos later, or Anarchy mode, or whatever you want to call it. And it was way more chaotic in this game, I think, compared to Balatro. Even though we had a lot of things we could do there as well. With disco rocks mainly. Something happened. That's pretty cool. Very good pick. I will stay alive. Well, exactly once. So I guess I'm going red bombs then. Just to counteract the invest in that ball as well. Do I want a shop? I don't really have the cash for a shop. Let's greed for 1 coin. That's always the best decision. Mandatory burn. So the main thing I'm hoping is better this time. Cool, a refresh relic. Actually very helpful with this ball. What does it do even? Oh, it's not at all what I thought it was. Okay. Give me some bombs. The very spicy bombs that damage me as well. But I have now a belt of immortality, so what could possibly go wrong? Bats could go wrong. They're always very spicy. The speedy boys. But let's bomb him. We have the bombs. Live by the bomb or die by the bomb. Better bombs. Yes, more bombs is more good. So the main thing I need, do we want a bramble or an egg? Let's get an egg. Very rarely get the egg. But the main thing I need help with is feedback on the effects and the costs of things. All orbs, but I have so many rocks, but I would get 2 eggs. What pool is that? What is it in relation to? I don't think there's a pool in this game. There might be. Never know what they have added. Don't really have enough cash to shop, so just go for more battles, more options for crowd control. That's lots of bombs. Exactly what we need. Just blast these guys into space. Well, you can pool your cash, that's cool. Because the way I thought this worked, maybe that's happens when you have more people, but I thought you would get like 3 things to vote on, and then whatever the majority picks is what we get. But that's apparently not the case. It's just spend all your cash, buy whatever you want, and slam it all in. Which is nice for chaos. Okay, and then you have to just gamble that someone else goes in for the rest of that. That's another layer of gamble. So I think that's the most interesting thing with this is like, can chat become some kind of fantastic hive mind and just do everything right? Synchronize, do all the things? Or is it just civil war forever and ever? I have more cash than I think I would have on my own. Don't know if there's more coins on the map as well, because I can't see the overlay on my screens, so I would never know what's happening. So we're slapping some pegs, bombing some plants, the worst dudes. Anything ranged is very tricky. Not hitting the bombs at all is also not helping. And already too many balls to really be able to decide anything of what I wanna... I have 2 discards as well, instantly forgot. So we can just go for a cooler ball. I started on a lower crucible as well. I haven't played this in a while. I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm hoping for just crowd control madness later. It's very hard to tune the settings. But at least I know... Feels like there's way more cash on the maps than there should be, which I appreciate. More money is more good, and all that stuff. So now I could use a shop, but I don't have one because I thought haggling would be useless. Instead we're just throwing some rocks at the big old slime shungus in a tree as he spawns. Well, he sacrifices part of himself with everything he spawns, which is not the best strat. It's like I would throw one of my feet, and then my hand and whatever, and we see how much Goblin Boy we end up with at the end. That's a fantastic buff. That works with both crits and normal hits, I think. So big boosts. Yeah, there was... I'm glad that you mentioned it last time because I wouldn't have known. There's normal, there's low latency, which is what I had last time, and then there's ultra low latency, which my internet should be able to handle, so... Everything will be a million times better if we don't have the delay. Crits. I mean, more bombs. That's a no-brainer. These are the runs that are basically impossible to survive, because red bombs will nuke me very hard. That might help. Boss or boss? Greetings, resident Peglin expert. Now with... So I think you missed the last stream where we now have the full crowd control. I can give you coins, I can remove the... whatever the demand was on the age of the account. Someone took away my discard. Look, I have... This doesn't work anymore. Because someone decided, nope. None of that. Or is that... Alright, this... No. I'm blaming chat. It's just me being blind. But you should now have like 250 coins every half hour. And I currently have a more normal setup, but we will go for madness later. So everything will be one cost. And I'm hoping we just explore the entire game. That's the plan. I can't remember if I have actually crashed this ever. Surely must have been close. Some balls happened. And what else? I still think I have more cash than I should have. We have a very... actually an amazing build for this guy. He's already dead. And I'm not dead somehow. More cash. Tiny balls. Durable pegs. It's very hard not to pick multi-ball every single time. Especially when you have a bomb ball where All I need to do is hit more pegs, and we have more bombs. That's a massive buff. And I accidentally threw a rock, but it's not gonna be a very good rock, at least slapping into his shield, doing a whole lot of nothing. But this is the ball we need. Then I still need to slap the shields. Balance is for both. We have normal damage and we have crit damage. Balance is for both, so it's the stronger buff. And I'm assuming, like, I have basically the default settings. I don't know how well the default is balanced. I also don't really mind, but that's kind of what we need to science out in the streams, so we know, like, this thing is too cheap, this is too expensive, this is just boring, so we remove it. But we're getting the perfect events, really. Cookie or cheese. I will never reload. I have way too many balls. How many balls is the normal number? Cool, I think we can actually get Mr. Rainbow Pimp Slime now as well. For once. He always lives. Not when we have... He didn't live, but he still got away with all his cash, because now I can't get it off the map. Healing Slime. I mean, more bombs. It's the most glorious bomb build of all time. Wait for some cash. Shield, nice. I will need that with all the bombs that are coming from my face. First, I'm gonna throw a rock at a rock. And now we bomb everything. I have healing and stuff as well, like this is already a crazy build. And the bomb ball, which is supposed to do no damage with the balance, it does. 8 damage, that nearly killed me. Okay. I am my own limitation in this. It's also, those are quite a few bombs. Sadly, we don't have the chain reaction, but that's the speedy ball. And the ball in navigation is my own head. Why? I don't know. I guess it's fitting we're gambling with the life of a tiny goblin boy. Throwing his face into all the bombs. Maybe the most reasonable thing to do. But this should, like, we need, what, 3 bombs I think is enough? Yep. Yeah, those are the kind of interactions you need in these games. Like, everything needs to synergize, even if it makes no sense. Just make it work. So we have more madness. Gambling. I mean, we are in the business of gambling, I guess. So this means at the bottom of the map now, if I'm lucky I do more damage, if I'm unlucky I do less damage, and I burn. So we're now... Confusion, thank you. Honestly, I like that one. That's my excuse for my aim. I was confused all the time. And also borderline dead. Don't really care about the rocks. This is also more gambling. Balls can go back to the top, which I think you can also do actually now. So like mid-shot it can just go back to the top. And I think you can fire the balls and all sorts of stuff. I had a glance at the list, I haven't read the whole thing. Because I would never remember anything. Anyway, these basically do nothing, but that might be relevant. And we can shop. So I'm assuming that you can only do things when I'm in a map. It would be interesting if you could also just ruin the shop, like boost it by, make it 500 for a fireball. Don't really need much of this stuff though. Peglin, not the most reliable shop partner, right? I have to throw the egg. It's a nice heal. And now we bomb. Job done. That was the bad bomb ball though, this is the right one. This is not the same if I'm also not gambling with my own health. And will the pie always be in the less damage hole? That's also I don't know why they would do that. I mean, that's not bad with the amount of rocks I have. But I'm committed to the bombs. I'm 5% blind. That's going to do a whole lot of nothing, is my prediction. I wonder if we can do this guy in one ball as well, because we are spawning bombs, but are we spawning enough? I got an achievement. I don't know if I got the achievement or you got the achievement. But this might be the end right here. Close. 17 health. But we never know with the chances of things in games like these as well. It's like in Balatro you have a 1 in 4 to land the wheel. It literally never happens. It could be the same here. That's the kind of bomb stuff we need. So this is also even more multi-ball. So this is already a crazy run. That will be even more bombs and I will be way more likely to die. This is faster balls. Cactus, I still don't really... It does direct damage. It's also better with more balls, but multi-ball. Yes, more multi-ball is more good. What else? I want to try to balance those things as well, because yes, more balls is more good, but if we do more balls every single time, it's going to be less interesting, so... Summoning circle. Things you never see. Now I just need to get rid of literally every other ball. Sadly, I don't think I can. Inferno, do we need fireballs? No. Can you do anything with map stuff? Like, can you select, force me to go in a question mark room? Anything like that? A mirror. That was a relic, right? Yes, more crits. I wish I could just skip these. And sort of skip it. Nope. Also, it's only in the maps. Or in the fights, or whatever you want to call it. Those are good to know, so I can just hide in a shop. Or here, if I don't want anything to happen. Go multi-balls. It's a bit of a shame that it's too easy, but bomb builds are fantastic. I'm not gonna get the shop. Navigation is always impossible. But we got the cool loot bag. Persist. I mean, you shooting it in a random direction is kind of the same as me shooting the ball, so... Oh yeah, we can just do this. I can slam my face into the forge. Pay with my life. Upgrade some rocks. But we know it's all in the bombs, so... With the persist I can now also... Oh yeah, we get science points for these guys. It's a very spicy build. But it's also, it's hard to argue with. Like, it's the ultimate gamble, it has to be interesting. We have a shop potential. Flames? Sure. Burn. We always have to burn at least once. More cash or tiny amount of healing? Where do I actually want to go? Left. But we can go on. I think I'm actually gonna leave. This is like past me who died horribly in the mines. I can choose to grab that soul and squeeze it into one of my balls. Or I can let him just sit in the mine. Mind the mine. Which is probably worse for him. So we did a bad thing. But we nuked the bomb boys with their own medicine. Always nice. But I am going to explode one of these maps when I don't have time to heal enough in between. Bombs also don't count as healing at the end of the map. I did not know that. More refresh is more good. Less rocks is more good. blind people, fine, why not? This could hit more bombs, but I think it makes more sense to just have the multi-bomb balls. Let's just buy that in case we get one more choice. I'm also drawing the bomb balls immediately on every map, which is amazing. And we can just throw it again. This is not the right bomb ball, but I'm never gonna get to those. It's also not that many balls, it's only 2. A nice heal on the way out. Ghost. Can we bomb a ghost? We can. But we need to maybe get a couple of pegs here first, so we can bomb the ghost some more. Nice. Why did I skip the bomb? That's the one thing I need. Ghosts. Don't have anything to say, apparently. This would make me live, but I think that's not in the spirit of the gambling. Crits. Let's do more damage. Going into boss with not full health and a million bombs. I'm not hopeful. Unless we just throw this bomb ball, which is the less spicy one. But I already don't know what the... Okay, I only get more of the other one, the normal bomb. I can also just try to... Wait, that was the pie. Never mind. Just want the tiny balls to go in the flames so we can get to the bombs. This is better. Trying very hard to not play the game. Because why would you use the rocks? Literally ever. And now we live or die by the bomb, as it should be. Everything on the one thing. Nice. Achievement as well. No, I don't remember any of the question mark rooms on top of my head. That would always be amazing, yes. So we have seeds in Peglin, but I've never seen anyone share like cool seeds outside of the ones that have whatever you call it. All question mark rooms or all bosses or that kind of stuff. Bombs again. Let's try a sword. We are a soldier this time. And I went Crucible 14 now, so this time is actually hard. Or should be. Depending on what you give me. It's very interesting not knowing what the game is going to be like. I guess that is kind of that refresh sword. Amazing also. Deal damage to dudes based on pegs restored. So you get the map back and you get to nuke everyone. Name a better combo. Bombs and bombs, I suppose. Wooden boys. It's not the most damage when we don't have them. Like, we need multi-ball for this as well. Kinda too strong. That's pretty cool. Bombs are now useless. But we have pierce on everything. Right, I can always hit 2 extra targets. That's fantastic. And it's also a nice way to not do a bomb build again. But it's extra useful against these guys because they will otherwise just block their friend from damage, but now we don't care. Yeah, I don't know how common Pierce is, but it's definitely good. Because as we're just relying on bombs to be able to hit more than one target. Ever. I should have invested in my sphere. So I could have duplicated something better. Instead, here I am with 2 more terrible balls. Although we do get a shop. So we can get rid of specifically the Terry ball. Nice. A crit build with this guy doesn't seem I'm gonna go boss. I have absolutely nothing outside of the relics you gave me. So this should be interesting. It's the perfect boss for that relic also. You just shoot all of them with every single ball. It's not the best refresh in the universe, but maybe one day. This is one of those things where I just need to start digging for it now, or I will never find it. It's just impossible to hit. Nice. And the refresh sword doing its thing. Reload ballons. Cash damage. Let's just do the cash. Actually, reloading is fine now because I don't have 1,000 balls. And we're not at a crucible level where reloading is very dangerous. That's the chain reaction thing, that's cool. Maybe get the... no. We could have got the thing. But now every ball is useful because we can still always shoot 2 dudes. And I really want to just hit as many pegs as possible before we refresh. And then we can just refresh nuke all the dudes. And if they survive, they get a spear through their brain holes. Or a sphere, like, I never understood how these things work, because the rocks, sure, you throw a rock in someone's face, that's going to hurt. But these things to me look like they are a glass ball with something inside. This is my new favorite ball. It will also kill me, so for the sake of gambling, actually this is more spicy if we don't upgrade it, because I take more damage on lower levels. But I guess I am going to upgrade it, because else I will just not make it out alive. I don't think I've beaten a new Crucible level in 1,000 years. Okay, we still have mostly rocks. Now we have an obelisk. Don't think I want lightning. I'm on 16 with the round rule as well. I don't remember what 16 adds, but 15 is the real brutal one. Should have thrown the rocks, so I had this for the next thing. Problem with the obelisk with our piercing balls is that it doesn't pierce, it doesn't care. Now we need to not hit the refresh so we can... So this is the fantastic thing with this ball, like you have no option. It will just draw and damage you and everyone else. So we have no choice other than maybe planning to hit the refresh earlier. That's the horrible ladder, right? Yeah, because 15 is the extra turn. I keep thinking horrible and terrible are like the even levels. 10, 15 and that kind of stuff, which is not the even levels, but hopefully I make some kind of sense sometimes. No, we're just getting beaten up by these guys. The damage is surprisingly high. Invest in the one cool ball. Should have also probably invested in... That is spicy. I think... I don't know why. I must be just insane, but... I did mainly the normal Peglin first, so he's actually my highest level. Should have done the science man, would have been more on point. That was... something happened. Shields happened? No. Ball happened? No. Buff didn't happen? I don't know what happened, but something happened. Yeah, the round roll should be good, but it still is always in the luck of the balls. And that's the hard thing with every challenge mode in any roguelike, is because you don't know what you get. It's very easy to just be way too greedy. So I think what I started doing is just whatever the first thing I find is, grab that and then hopefully make that sort of work. Not the most interesting Giga Ball that time. So we can maybe do a big obelisk, or is it just gonna get stuck in the vines? So the only good thing about this boss is that once you have 50 balls in a vine, if you survive, you can also get like a 50 multi-ball instantly. Almost kill him with this ball, almost kill myself as well. This is why it's so amazing. It's like a bomb build without the bombs, which is exactly that with this thing. Okay, this also boosts the rock, right? And this last one, 1-2. I'm not sure that is really that strong, but this is the worst relic in the universe as far as I'm concerned. Multi-ball again. That will actually mean we hit more pegs, so it does make sense. I can always argue for multi-ball. Drawing this thing first, though, is pretty bad, because we had nothing to refresh. But now I can gamble with my life anyway, because I hit all of them. Or we just nuked them. Why is the pebble 2-1? Alright, because I have this. Okay. That's a problem. Going to make all the balls useless. Let's go this side. We can have Peglin or a boss. Or we can... But do we trade? That will also make that useless. So normally my favorite event, get rid of some rocks. But no, not today. Ballons, that makes things easier. I think we need maybe 1 or 2 more people before we do the actual crazy build. And I also instantly remember that I didn't need to do that because I can just shoot through them anyway. So why do we need the obelisk? It adds nothing. It does seem very broken. I mean, if you add 5 of it, it might be that the... what's the word? The price of it is broken. I could make it more expensive. I also don't think that 250 coins every half hour is not the base setting, it's like 50. But because I can't give more than that. So I just stick it at that and then we see if this is balanced or not, and else we can at least go full madness with the 1 cost. Now I wish I had my ball that did damage based on pegs. But we have the sword, which is exactly the same thing. So them overlapping is the dream. Because double refresh, giga kill. And we can't get rid of one thing. Which I guess I should do. The worst sphere. Actually not bad. One of the best multi-balls in the universe, as far as I know. I might be wrong. What happened that time? Something happened to the bag. Oh yeah, you can throw away my orbs also. Welcome, new person. I have literally never played any form of Peggle, so I have no idea. It's a very useful answer. But we throw balls on pegs. The balls have many cool effects. And it's a pretty nice game. I remove random orbs, so you ate my orb, that's what happened. And we're playing it with crowd control, so you guys can control things. There should be a pinned link. Yeah, so like the resident Peglin expert is explaining. So this is, it will do like 2 damage per peg I hit. So less pegs is awful, more pegs is more good. And then it's basically just a deck builder game on top of that. Like we try to find things that combo and do insane things. If we do, it's amazing. If we don't, we try again. I should invest in this because it's also a fantastic cash ball eventually. Does that work with my... Because we gain bulwark based on the balls we have, which has been like 14. Which is more than 10, so I should start with just 1 strength as well then, or whatever it's called. The muscle thing. So the main goal is we are this tiny goblin boy. We go through 3 different worlds and we have to fight these guys. The weapons we have are these balls. Some of them are rocks, which are not that interesting. This one, for example, if I have hit many pegs, when I draw this ball, it does damage to the enemies and me based on the pegs that come back, and we get pegs back with this thing. So that's a cool combo effect. And there's like many relics. This is also when we restore the board, we deal damage to people. So I like it because it just has a lot of stuff, so you can play in so many different ways. That's really what I'm looking for in any roguelike. More things that combine in more crazy ways. I think I'm gonna just leave this and try to get as many pegs in one as possible. Sounds like a big, cool thing we can do. We can also squish a healer, maybe. Nope, not with those kind of hits. And we don't really have anything to do with this ball now, but... Now we hope we draw the cool one. We do. Bam. Everything's dead. I'm basically also dead. That's the gamble we do. It's reduced on me at least, which is nice, but... The gambling balls are too good to leave in the hole. We can't do... I guess we do the Obelisk. It is one of the cooler balls we have after all. But how am I going to survive a boss like this? It's very unlikely to happen. Unless we find something that's like... I have 1 life, technically. More cash. I mean, we need cash for the cash ball. We don't have any archers. So this ball can target something else than the guy in front, so when we have these shield dudes, it's amazing. It's better on a crit. I don't think I can hit that crit, but might as well try. And then we do some rocks. Because that's what we're forced to start with. So the channel I found this on is a dude called Angry Tom, so that's a good source if you want to see more of the game. I might die from this, but I'm gonna do it. I took 15 damage, that was perfectly fine. Throw my own head in the flames instead to compensate. Perfect. Cash balls. So hopefully you see the combo with this. Like we have something that gives multi-balls. That cash ball is a multi-ball in itself, so we remove a lot of pegs. And then we just refresh the pegs, and that will do damage. Well, that means I need to be awake and alive. But I don't have 1,000 things running now. I don't think I can open Discord without having it on my screen. But it's just called Peglin on Steam, like it's... That's all there is to it. Should also maybe think about having a mod at some point. I don't have to do everything myself. This is looking really bad now though. But we have the sash. We just switch. I don't think I've touched the console since, I'd say, GameCube, and that's already ancient. Right, we have the dead pigs now as well. I have no bombs, so there's really no hope of dealing with these guys, other than the refresh. Which I will be dead before I hit, probably. Unless someone saves me. Okay, the sash has popped. So we need the refresh. Not that easy to hit when we have the dead pegs. Nope, there we go. Game over. Then we just become a nice goblin angel. A build with 4 rocks is not what you want. We had some good relics, most of which was given to me by cool people in chat. So if you look at this, like, my normal Peglin dude is at 19. This guy 14, 15, 17 apparently. So I've played the most of arguably the hardest character. Let's do science, man. 15 is brutal as well. Reloading is now horrible. I like this. We can hit more pegs, it's more good, we can do more things. Combos with so many things as well. We have the Terror Ball, which on this guy is actually not bad, which is nice. It's better than my rocks because of the effect we have. I don't care about stats. I don't play games to win. I play them to do the dumbest things I can imagine. So the stats are going to be horrible. That's just an effect of how things are done. I feel like I exist beyond tilting, I would like to imagine at least. I'm sure I can tilt at some point, but... Oh yeah, of course. But that's also just if you play Crucible, like you play the higher difficulties, that's just gonna happen. That's every roguelike, I would say. Because it gets more and more brutal, and it will take you 400 years to hit the whatever the end game is. I don't even have the common relic. That is the best thing you could have given me. So what happens on a reload when I run out of balls is they get 1 extra turn. On Crucible 15 they get 2 turns, so you can just basically die on a reload. So having this few balls, very spicy. Exactly 1 relic in the game fixes that, and it just rolled in. Also more crits. Pretty good. Else this guy is all about having unique balls, so we have a slime ball, which that is one thing you can do with crowd control as well. You can add slime pegs, which this one only makes them durable, so they last longer. All attacks are terrible if we boost the pegs, that's very interesting. Have they changed this? So now I have heavy balls, they're going to bounce terribly. But they activate the pegs more, so with the upgrade I should boost them to 8 then instantly, so that's also... But this is the best part of the game, like there's so many things that are just... They synergize, sometimes. And also it's not supposed to be this easy. I'm getting help from chat. Yeah, but that's weird though. How can you, like... I guess you have 2 balls, one of them is dense. Makes some kind of sense. More upgrades is nice with this. Okay, we're running an upgrade build, which I also have not done in what feels like 1,000 years, so this should be fun. Not like I can control what I get or what I do, but you get the point. So now, the downside is the rocks do absolutely nothing. And also this is a heavy shot, we can see on the aim that it's going to be bad. So it hit the first peg, boosted it to 18, and then doubled that with the dens. That is what happened, I think. So this... Yeah, we always need more refresh, that's like the bane of everything. And when you get one of these, that's like... I wouldn't say that's super hard to hit, but I need to like plan for it about 15 moves earlier than I did. So now we're going to have a bad time. And now I'm immune because of this cool shield. So I don't get sniped by the plant boy. I don't get sliced in half by the evil slimes. Which I still don't know why they are out to get me. There's no lore in this game, other than whatever I make up. So I'm just assuming I'm the bad guy. That's the only thing I changed. It was 250. But we will play later. Like later I will go to the 1 setting and you can play. That will cost 1 and you will have 500 coins an hour. So go nuts. Do we want to do a boss or a shop? Shop is nice. But boss is more spicy. So here I wish that you could control the navigation as well. That would be cool. I have extra relics, so I guess I should be able to handle the boss. What's that all saying again? Boss or no balls? So we have to do boss. But now look at these pegs, 18 and 14. Plus they will be upgraded again with this and this. So we can now... Like one way to play this is to just super stack 1 peg. I need to refresh it in between. And with 1 refresh, again, the bane of everything. That is very hard to do. But now we have 32 damage on 1 peg. And we can activate it twice with this. That's another amazing ball. That's a multi-ball. We also have a rock inside another rock. No, we don't. But those are the things that will happen with this. So in Balatro, if you missed it, someone managed to open a pack inside a pack and it crashed the game. That's kinda exactly what I want to do with crowd control. Look at the damage on that though. And Summoning Circle, the best ball in the universe. We can also look. So this is just 1 more ball, so right now it does nothing. But this also, we can aim the balls sort of where we want. So it's very interesting. We can throw 1 ball left, the other right. We can do random slime. We can move the things. Because we have the upgrades, I'm gonna go this. Because now we will have more refreshes, right? So more refresh, always more good. More question mark is more good. Do I shoot the bat? That's... I think I got an... So this actually ruined this ball, because specifically this guy, unique orbs are better. So when I have 2 of this, it's now worse. So, thank you for that. But I can't expect everything to be a good item also. I don't understand what the 0% force is though. I guess if you have more of them, they go harder. And because we have the chain reaction, we get all the bombs and job done. So now we can shoot 2 rocks. What a blessing. Okay, this is a crazy build already. And now I'm thinking what I have to do with this. I have to like honorably end the run before the boss because I don't want to get the achievement for beating the Crucible when I get so much help. It's not fair to the game. And again, I'm not in charge, so... Another boss, I think, yes. Lightning is also... The lightning ball can hit multiple pegs. And we want to hit multiple pegs with this to get more upgrades. And with this, and with this. And we can hit the refreshes more often, we can get the map back, so... Again, we have a combo. Not really... Yeah, but I don't think the game has calculated with me being unfair back to the game. That was not in the code. I wonder what the devs think about that. Is this a terror ball? No, it's also just a 0. But we now have like an insane combo again. Which is the... Like, if we have multiple things that combine. So now, Summoning Circle gave me 2 lightning balls, hitting more pegs, doing more things. Hitting more pegs, we upgrade them more. When we refresh, we do damage, and we can then hit the upgraded pegs again. So it's like an upgrade engine. You just ruin these nerds. Well, I have already gotten achievements on this in the last run, so it's not disabled. I think I'm just gonna do this. Get this multi-ball rolling. And I'm gonna get shot in the face. Like, this is also just not okay. The butt cannon. He's just gyrating on the floor. Thankfully we can end that. This is another amazing combo. So we're finding the good stuff. When the refresh and the crit pegs move, they leave a copy behind. This will move those pegs. And with multi-ball, we'll move them even more. So we can spawn basically infinite refresh and crit pegs, which is kind of cool. But now we can also activate pegs with refreshes. Okay, this is going to be wild. We also start with the multi-ball on a map that is almost gonna say impossible to play, not really, but definitely harder. And we have again, this is a good combo. Summoning circle into lightning ball. Because the lightning ball hits more pegs. And summoning circle makes more lightning balls. And bats don't like lightning. Oh yeah, it's going to be hard if you haven't seen the game. But I also am running on 3 times speed. We can actually slow that down. Just so we can see, because that makes sense. Because any game like this where there's 8 million things going on, like it's going to be absolutely impossible when you look at it the first time. But this is normal speed. And now we can sort of follow that. This ball upgrades every peg it hits, but it does no damage, so it's a trade-off. Let's not do the rock, let's do the... I was hoping the Reorganizer would be a little bit better than that, but this is also the worst timing, so we want to have Lightning Ball when he's on the other side, because then I can hit him anyway. Instead that's just entirely wasted. But it's very good here we can make some big juicy pegs, because we are going to need them. Else I will do absolutely nothing. Refreshing though. Nope. Can I get that with a bomb? A big... No. A better snipe than that. So that's one of the most key elements of this game, is when do you want to get your pegs back? Because that's everything you have. We nuke this tree, which is nice. Means we have a lot of damage, because that rarely happens. And now the lightning ball with all these upgrades should be pretty spicy. Suddenly 2000 damage. Bam. I want more of these pegs. That's a fun way to play. And we can get... I mean... Why would you not take multi-ball? We can get buffs when we reload. We can take damage on every 30 pegs hit. That will destroy me. Or we can have more balls. Which works amazing with the upgrade combo we have. So now we can upgrade even faster. And this should also just spread out the refresh pegs. And because we also have this, we hit more pegs. We can pop the whole map in one, technically. And there's bombs. Yeah, it's the same kind of thing, yeah. It goes up in difficulty. You have 3 worlds, normally. And then we're playing the Crucible, which is like the challenge mode. Alright, because you watched Bilateral. Yeah, Peglin is not that well known, I don't think. But it is an amazing game. More multi-ball. Again, why would you not take multi-ball? I think that's now only once per map, but it's still good. We could get one more multi-ball if we could remove a rock. That's an interesting ball. It's crazy to not take a remove though, because that's so rare. 3 more rocks, yes. That is exactly what we want. Fill up the bag. But these should also synergize, right? That should have shot 3 of these. And now it should give itself No, it does not. That's a bit sad. But we can now get a very cool rock for the next ball. Sometimes the trade-off is not worth anything at all. But if I get the refresh, we get the big damage back. These are some terrible shots. But that's like, I haven't even hit that many pegs yet, and that was, what, 350 damage out of a terrible, arguably one of the worst balls in the game. That could also just ruin the whole map. I think I'm gonna save my cash for a potential shop, though. I didn't even go to the shop. Planning is a thing that I don't do. Peglin, bite my ear off for... I mean, if I can dump a rock, that is incredible. That is the best trade in the universe. So we're not getting that many yet, but... we also need the relic where we get more damage from those pegs. Because again, that with the upgrade is crazy. I say I was more unhinged in Peglin. That was the experimental phase. This is also amazing. Like you can just heal everyone to death. But because we have multi-ball, we can also make more bombs. And why would you not have bombs? I would like us to get a multi-ball into this ball, though. Just doesn't happen currently. This is a Giga Ball. Cover the map in slime. These are like a million different buffs that do things. Some of them do damage. Some of them give me damage reduction. There's a heal. And other things that also happen with balls in the game. Balatro is a more popular game. I wasn't even sure if I was going to buy it. I looked at it and it's like, I've never played poker. I don't know what this is, but... So, this is just because I'm streaming, I assume, but we have insane luck now finding things that actually synergize. Which is always what you want. More balls is more good. It's an old Goblin saying. This guy, somehow... Shield Mage, I think is his... Wait, what does this do? Tab. No? Why does he have... things I can click on him that do nothing? Hoping I would get like stats or something for him, but no. Just a load of nothing. We don't want to deal with the shield boy because he can get annoying. Instead I'm going into the ballista with terrible health. We can actually solve, maybe. More refresh is more good. Guaranteed crit. Refresh is such a vital part of the game that it's, especially on higher difficulty, it's insane to not take it. Someone gave me a Giga buff. So this ball, I think, cannot do damage anyway. We can get all the buffs, and we can just cover the map in, like, cool pegs. And that's the tiny balls. That's the downside of this. We get more balls, but they are smaller, so they will just fall out of the map. Be awful. I like a 64 damage peg, though, that we can activate twice. So imagine now if we also had guaranteed crit below half health. That peg will be like 400 damage instantly. That's a science we should do at some time. Or everything just explodes from this. Bouncy balls. Do you want more balls? I mean, this is also an interesting ball. One of the more fun builds. We only have one word left. Let's just have some chicken. Suddenly this boss is not looking so bad. Because this is a big hitter. And if I go in here with 30 health, it's game over. We have 100. I think it's just basically a guaranteed win. But we also get confused. Now we don't have a map to hit, but I didn't see that damage coming. We were going to set up the bouncy ball, which would have been cool. Do we add it as well? More balls is more good. You never get to do what you want to do. It's like the build is now so cool that it's just irrelevant. Magnets. So this never really does anything, I find. We kind of don't care about this. Or we can get bigger crits. Or we can just do damage based on... I'm gonna skip, honestly. None of the relics. We have what we need. Okay, multi-ball. This is the best setup ever. Multi-ball. Into a multi-ball. I don't know if these actually set each other up, but I'm gonna hope that they do. So this is probably just the same as the last shot, but this should be a lot of balls. That's very disappointing, honestly. I was promised more balls. I guess we had like 6 balls, but I was hoping for, 1,000 balls. This is also based on Peg's hit, right? So it's not about bombs. We did bombs already. So I'm thinking after this run we can go for the crazy setting. I just reload the coin setting to 1. And we'll see what we end up doing with that. Am I just normally playing with too many summoning circles, or is that ball? Is it just that bad now? I guess it's still not bad, but it looks bad. Speedy balls. Go back to the first boss. This guy I haven't seen in literally years. I get the other two always. We can't kill him with this, so we might as well try it. We could kill him with this because we have the refresh sword. Nice. Don't care about my rocks. Sure, when they hit me, hit them as well. Okay, there's a shop all the way to the left. I think we do loot. And then we try to go left. So this game... Okay, now we have a bomb build on the side also. Navigating, deciding where you want to go. I guess that's the real challenge. Urbanize, do your thing. And hopefully we can go do a big old bounce. And just delete him before he knew what was going on. Nice. Don't think we need more balls. We are already too strong. More power than any goblin boy should ever have. Terrorizing the mines. Okay, we have a bouncy... this thing. So it's more speedy. It's more likely to stay on the map. Which means it's more likely to hit things. So we get the upgrades, we get the bombs, we get everything. So normal runs, generally not this successful. Also, we're just killing them with a million refreshes now. That was not the ball I thought it was. The what's the vampire ball called? That would have been cool with this thing. No, that's not the heal. Never mind. It's completely the wrong combo. But that was like the last time I beat the Crucible. I had the healing combo when just everything exploded in no time at all. That is pretty good. We can drop a rock. These things are... I mean, we have a crit build, I guess, with the finesse in here somewhere. Too many things. Which ball do we want more of? I'm gonna say Summoning Circle. Could also do this. Just do the Summoning Circle. It's too good. Why wouldn't you have 3 of any ball? Ghost Man has no map. It's a very odd. But he's still dead. I thought he was going to survive at least for a while, but no. Sure, Pierce as well. Hit many guys with the same ball. This is also a tricky map. Is the bounce ball any good here, or is it just... Right, I can't change my target that way. Is it just going to... This is the refresh magic. So, we hit one peg, we pop all of them. Well, we showed how to play that map. You just have the perfect combo. Okay, this is now... We can remove all balls. So because I have been given help, I'm thinking we just remove all balls. And we go into the boss and we die horribly. That's a good trade-off. We gave every single ball we had to just a random mirror in the mines. And I have one ball that I cannot upgrade because instantly boss. But we have the upgrade still, so this could just... It could still scale. Someone upgraded the ball as well. Nice. And look at this just when we have the upgrade pegs and we pop them with the refresh. Like literally any ball is fine. And multi-ball on top of that. I don't know if I even can die other than just quitting the game, which I can do. Because it's impossible here to not do damage. So do we do the honorable thing and quit out, or do we just kill him? I might kill him now, actually. Can I miss the whole map? Oh yeah, it has 2000 damage. I think we're just going to kill it because of the help. So I'm going to redo the crowd control and we will have everything cost 1 and it should be insane. Now where do I add this? Import. So now I don't know if the session is the same, so I'm just gonna paste the link in case. But now everything should cost 1, and it should be... Well, you can spawn 18 million things. Let's just go on the most basic boy. On the most basic difficulty. I'm not even gonna take a relic. Because now you can spam. Also some relics. I wonder if Haglin's sack will come in on a reload. I was not expecting helpful things, but I appreciate it. All the relics. Oh, now we have the cactus. What happened with the... Oh, we got reverse gravity in the middle of a shot. That was beautiful. Because the balls just got sucked back up, which is not supposed to happen. What do we even have? Confused, but cool balls. Pegs last longer. Reverse gravity. A cactus which does direct damage. Summon squirrels that are multi-balls. Same one from last run. We deal double damage, but we also die if we hit too many pegs. Multi-ball. We can't earn cash. Speedy balls. More refreshes. That's the worst combo of all time. More coins. Okay, so we will also do damage from coins that we can't gain. That's weird. We got 2 random balls of Haglin, which was a Doctor and a multi-ball, which are also insanely good balls. Oh yeah. Reverse gravity. Flames. Always the fire. And that's not where I wanted to go. Surprise. Sure, crit debuffs. Bramble. We need more... We got so many relics, we got to the next page. Infection. That's good with the random crit thing we have. My ball has 42 crit damage. I'm not really sure what has caused that, but... And we do direct damage with the cactus. Lots of things are happening. But what caused all that crit damage? Because that's insane. I have 5 spin S, sure, but that's not like 42 damage. Or is it? I was hoping I could reload and get the multi-ball, but now it's just at the bottom of the pile. The confusion mask. Orbs get 2-4. Yeah, but there's still only 4. Not... It's just an insta-delete. But this might actually be a good combo, because we have... I mean, we have everything, so of course it's going to be strong. There's no arguing there. But this dealing direct damage... with this thing also dealing direct damage, and multi-ball, and giga crits. And ballons. More bombs. Random ball damage. I will never reload, unless... Actually, let's do that, because I don't know if you can reload for me. And then we will get more random madness. I will just die in a navigation accident, or to hitting too many pegs, which is... Oh yeah, we also have double damage, of course, from the wand. But I am now... I was hoping I could fire mid... I'm dead. So that is the wand, right? Can't even look at it now. We made it, what, like 3 floors? This is a new way to play the game. We had a couple of balls. Laser ball, ghost ball. Okay, let's give the round roll a go as well. Mr. Debuff. 10, sure, whatever. Shouldn't matter. This is the one I wanted in the last speedrun. We don't need relics. Where we are going. We have rocks. The insta-death. Someone doesn't like the round roll. That is the fastest run of all time, though. Can I claim that I beat Peglin in 20 seconds? Also, negative 899 is... Science man. A pet toad. Fine. I mean, I did technically get to like Ante 24 with no jokers in Balatro after I nuked them all, so... You can always bend the rules. Lying with statistics is the only thing you should learn about statistics. Things are coming in. We have healing, so this is actually going to be more manageable. Unless we just have... Killing me also costs 1, so there's no telling anything. I'm gonna invest in my health, why not? And then immediately throw it away. Like a ritual, you have to burn at least once. More rocks is not more good. A question mark maybe, yes. More bomb damage. That can get spicy very quickly. Reverse gravity again. But I still only have rocks, really. Wait, we have dense and reverse gravity. Okay, so... Is that more gravity or less gravity? I have a rock inside a rock as well. And we have Pierce with... Okay. Too many things. But that is what we expected. Sure, crit, why not? Why not more crits? And hopefully we can get towards more bosses. He's taking damage on the navigation is... Okay, so I'm expecting to get a boss on that thing. Instead we just got lucky and got a heal with no drawback. What a way to play the game. Terrorball with 6 damage. Yeah, we have the magnet as well. Wondering, why is it curving? But that's this thing. Just casually nuke a boss with a Terrorball. One of the worst things in the universe. Crabs. That's also interesting. I don't really know how to use it outside of just debuffs, because we hit multiple dudes. Can't really shop with $4. Someone likes more balls. And you're not wrong. Look at the damage I'm taking. Do we have any multi-balls? Not really. Yeah, we have the chains now, of course. If you chain up your balls, they become 3 balls. Why? I don't know. But that's how balls work. Just the reverse. Reverse gravity, corn. We can make a nice meal out of this at least. Oh, that's a rock. We have... This is a different bomb ball. It works based on bombs popped. But the problem with everything bomb related is then the bombs just blow up everyone and nothing else matters. The build is irrelevant. So it's very hard to do anything with bombs, really, if you want to do anything else. So can you only spawn relics and balls? You can do debuffs as well. This is just... We can't have dupe relics, right? We just get the thing that says we have it all. Another interesting ball. There's like 4 or 5 parts to this. We can assemble a cool ball. Maybe. Highly unlikely. Where am I even? We actually have the slime bag as well. That never happens. I'm gonna pay him 30 bucks too. I misclicked 15. You just get lost. The balm is healing, that's a crit ball. Confusion with a giga dense ball. But I don't think dense stacks with dense. It's also 9 on a crit. We are likely to crit with so many balls, and he's dead. He's super dead. On a black hole as well, which is now a slime hole. More multi-balls is something I will actually add on my own, because that will just increase the... Which one of these do I not have? You can deal half damage, so it's 29.1. It's a bit of a weird number. Oh, we have double healing as well. But I'm healing more than I'm damaging myself. It's always gonna be a mess. So this crab thing, I would like it if it would allow you to hit yourself. Like if there's no one to soak. Is the confusion balls as well. Mad. If there's no one to soak the shot, I would like it to be able to hit me in the face as well. Because that's what's happening every single time. It's a shame we somehow just end up making good builds. Well, not just things that are impossible to play. But I think you can remove stuff also, right? Now I'm basically immortal. Nothing could go wrong. Ever. And I can't change the ball. So I just have to fire whatever I draw. The black hole is pretty cool. It's also very useful to have the ability to hit whatever target you want. I don't think we need more balls where we are going. We are hopefully going right. Come on. What was that effect? Sounded like breaking shields. I don't know if you spawned shields on the map or... It's odd when I don't even know what happened. Oh, that's the sound of relics being deleted. I see. Getting worse by... every shot I take. So this is exactly what I did in the last experiment, where we take 3 damage, but we heal 2. So we can do the self-damage thing. Except I don't have any self-damage balls now, that I know of. Could be in here somewhere. Mr. Slappy Hands. But the ball is like a 26 on crit instantly. Something is just insane in here. He's already dead. Super dead. Can do more bombs. That will actually get spicy. And get bombs back. Now we're cooking. But I can't change the balls, so we are stuck with whatever we have. This one is kind of deep. The reverse gravity dents is just odd. Oh, it's the rocket ball. Nice. Don't think I care about any of those. Could do this. It's a nice slap on the way out. That became a rock mid shot, right? This is the ball I want, though. If I can make it stay on the map. Not enough. Oh, we have some damage. That thing is for sure. Not really enough cash for a shop, but we'll see where we go. In the flames. Always in the flames. We can just go right side. We don't need double haggling. Flames. Can we... Okay, we're going double haggling. Another part of the big ball. Like, these are just crazy strong balls. As they are. Can we go? No. Always go the wrong way. Like on navigation for 1,000 years. Bounce, also amazing. And I still missed the boss. Okay, perfect. Yeah, it just takes an hour to navigate and you still go in the wrong place. Assemble, go. Rocket the painting guys. But we are just one-shotting everything, so... Balatro felt more balanced. We could do good things or bad things. Here I'm just casually doing, what, 22,000 damage? Without just exploding as well. So I'm wondering now if we could dupe relics. I don't think we can. Put more balls. And it also hasn't been anywhere close to a crash. There goes all the relics. But this is too easy. Outside of navigation. Yeah, there needs to be a balance. A balance in the force. Force of balls. It's the only thing we have in this game. Like, look at the Terror Ball do most of those guys' health. Supposed to be impossible. Bam. Alright, so now it's going to be dangerous. Now I still take the damage. And we're spawning red bombs, if I'm not mistaken. We have a shop and we have 2 bosses on the left side, nice. So with the summoning circle and the wand and the red bombs, now it's instantly super easy to die. 3 damage every 30 pegs. And the bombs. Which do, I don't know what they do, but... It's 5 maybe? Could just be over instantly. Now we need to not hit the red bombs. Nope. It's enough with the wand. And we are a Goblin Angel again. From the easiest run in the universe to dead in one map. Perfectly balanced. So it's still counting the corn, like, if I've had it in the run. Because there's no way normally you can lose relics. Unless I'm senile, which is also possible, but... Let's do round roll again. More health, I can survive more madness. Just a perfectly normal run. A rock, some spiders, one single bomb, and a cool stabby dagger. If I can hit the crit. Which is unlikely. But I feel like I'm going to need all the evasion I can have. A cash ball. Morbid orb. What is this? This is a terror ball that's been stabbed by a dagger. So do we have the power of the terror ball inside the dagger? Because that would just surely make it worse. This can be good. We could also just go on the bombs again. Or morbid. Lightning ball is cool. Hitting more pegs is more good and all that. Evolution for negative effects. That is exactly what this guy does. Also a nice combo to try to work around somehow. I'm just gonna fire this ball while I know what it is. A bram ball. A poison ball. A lightning ball in the middle of the bag. Get the red bombs. So I avoided the red ball specifically and you gave me 3. Ah. This is going to do nothing right now. It's just a waste of a ball. I still doubled him to 2. So I must have had 1 from the shot randomly and then... I mean, still awful, but... Some red bomb in here. It is 5 damage, so they are very spicy. I also can't afford to invest in them, so I can't really play along. And I have the cash ball, so I should hold on to my cash. The morbid just feels like it's hard to use. That's a lot of cash, very nice. But now where is the cash ball? Somewhere at the bottom of the bag, as always. Can we even see it? It's up to 20 on a crit. But we can also, if I spend cash on it, which seems counterproductive, but it gains... It will scale better, the way that it works. Also, this lady is not the nicest. That's the luckiest evolution I've ever seen. And I also like getting, whatever the word is, getting a bramble on them when they have already reached me. So I lock her in place right in front of my face so I can get deleted harder. One, 2 for every 18 cash. I'm not gonna spend it all, just most of it. Always greed for 1 coin. The best advice I've ever been given. And now we can actually maybe get the cash ball and more bombs, which is cool. But the bombs might just... This is also nice. We can now shoot through this guy. Which, with this big beefy ball, could be good. Oh yeah, the slime pegs, but this is now the perfect job for Morbid, who hits dead pegs. Why, I don't know, but that's the way what it works. We can also just bomb everyone from the face of the earth. I'm gonna just invest in the bombs. You have 2 seconds to remove my cash before I spend it all in the shop. I'm gonna remove a rock. Buy a bomb thing. Buy a blind thing. I'm broke. That was faster than I thought. And I would like a boss. Nice. Let's try this again. Can we like super luck into... I don't have... No, I don't have on crit. I have used again evolution, right. This will be... whatever. If it's a poison, it's going to be 2 poison. If it's something else, it will be nothing. What a terrible ball. Many refresh pegs is amazing. And we can now bramble this guy in place. And it will actually be relevant and useful. Right, that's... we have 10 refreshes, 1 refresh, 2 refreshes. I know what build I need to do. It's very clear. Can we find it? Unlikely. This is the worst ball now. Just double the no spinfection. You don't need to be good at math to know that it's just going to be a big old 0 all the time. Boss relics. That's bigger crit damage, that's kind of cool. This is also doing nothing because we have no buffs. Bombs activating pegs is great. But then I need to hit the bombs. Let's just move on. I think we have enough stuff. That's nice. We can now shoot through more dudes, which means we can apply more debuffs, which is more interesting. Flames. Why do we throw our own head in the flames? Why is that the navigation mechanic? More evolution evasion. The secret bomb chest. Okay, things are going well. I can also get rid of one of the gifts you gave me, whichever one I like the least. Which is this. But I'm gonna do a rock. Bounce is nice. More bouncy map. It's more madness. Faster balls. Wilder things. And no boss, apparently. And now everyone takes more crit damage. The crits are now fantastic. Can we crit with the bomb ball? We can. Because now buffs. And confusion. It's a good combo. Or like a fair trade-off or whatever you want to call it. If there's anything even remotely balanced in this. Let's get more bombs. And maybe a loot bag. Every time. We get that tricky map. Cash from bombs. Heal. Heal. Suddenly I feel safe. Feels wrong, but still good. And bombs just make everything irrelevant. So there is a case for a blind build. I think it's going to be awful. But it's interesting that it's available. Why do I always start with this ball? And do we have... Right, I have the mask. I thought someone was just consistently spawning confusion on me, but that makes sense. We just have a cool, powerful boss relic. And some bombs. Because I can't lose the way this is going. Everything hits, everything is more than enough damage for a kill. Or it spawns 500 bombs. Okay, the blind. The reverse blind build. I don't think I've ever seen... Like, can you even miss as this guy normally? Because we know you can debuff the bosses and they can miss. But what's causing... outside of being forced to take blind? Supposed to be the chosen ball. To deal with the vines, not get stuck in them as well. I guess finesse. That's just more damage. Not very interesting. Get lightning ball. Hit more pegs, hit more bombs. Multi-ball. Let's try dense. Or durable, rather. Balls will last longer. No, pegs will last longer. Balls will have a hard time. Because the pegs are now odd. Or weird, whatever you want to call them. So what is the upgrade noise? That's just a cookie hitting, right. Infinite cookies, we're eating, every green peg is a cookie. Force feed one goblin boy, infinite cookies. Somehow that makes me survive the game. It doesn't really make sense. But it's another cool build. The infinite cookie build. Infection. Nice. Now that ball actually is useful. I should really just skip all relics. Like, if you've given me so many relics, should not be allowed to add more. So this is the problem with durable. Now the balls kind of just flop out a lot of the time, but we can get the bombs and solve it. Ghost lightning ball. Also, you can't reflect lightning, which is nice. Because that's what these guys do. If I don't kill them in one, I will reflect, probably kill myself. But they also give me a ghost multi-ball. Which, when you have everything in the universe, is just super strong. Let's go with the balls that we have. Boss, right? Taking him down. Tiniest amount of damage. I would have liked the crit, but still don't have any spinfaction. It's just a dead ball. It does damage now, though. With the confusion. We just lightning blast this guy back to the last century. No, is the answer. Bombs is the solution. Death by a million cuts. Take that. I'm going to take damage. There's just no way around that. Okay, we get to use the cash ball. A lot of things are happening with my health. I'm assuming someone wants me to gamble with red bombs. Because with less health, that's going to be super spicy right away. I can survive, what, 9 bombs? But I only hit 3 or something. 4. Maybe 5. Yeah, this is looking very bad. Problem is that if I die as well, it's still over, so it's probably over. That's why bomb builds are the best. It's like instantly everything explodes. And you can throw so many bombs, like just set up the multi-balls with bombs. Cover everything in bombs. And here we get more self-damage from bombs. Which I guess is in the spirit of things. This is just always nice. We can skip a ball so we don't have to be forced to throw rocks. Like, now I don't have any options. But if we, through some kind of magic, get a lot of cool balls, I'm now more likely to be able to get those balls. I can see extra bounces. I don't know what ball science I'm supposed to do with this, but I guess it helps. It's basically just saying you kind of can't use bombs once you have that, but depends on how you want to play your games. So how far does this go? It's like, why do I need to see 4 bounces? Can I get this to the crit? Because this is the... Here that we just won. I feel like I need to set up some elaborate shot here now. Because that's the eternal trade-off with this thing. I can hit the crit, but hit no pegs, and I will do 7 damage. Or I can just hit 7 pegs. Okay, let's do the blind build. It's not gonna happen, but... This aim is wild. Can I... Yes, I can get some more cash. At least I'm using the things. Do we want to gamble on? Fine. Gamble. I have the whole health bar. So it makes sense to use it. I've never seen him come back with the investment. I think there's a cap on this though. But this can go... Can we get this way instead? And get still the half damage hole. We can do some trick shots. That looks fine. I lost it. How do I... Oh, you just... Yeah, it's just more aim length. Because I think you can also fire the balls and... So that's what, like 1, 2... All of them are just the same. It loses its bounce after a while. But I mean, they are accurate. Did not expect the game to handle that. Now, what's the dumbest way I can hit the refresh? Like? I don't think it goes... Is there a max on it? No, that's like infinite. It's... Thinks it can just go straight through now. so much bounce power. Sadly not. Okay, let's just get my blind ball on the go. 5 blind really is awful, but... There is an insanely bouncy ball and a ball that makes the next ball bouncy, so we can super combo that. But am I keeping the... Because now I don't have the aim. Laser ball? Fine. We don't have the bounce ball. It's aggressively pink, so it's very easy to see. Dagorb. Do a nice stabbing. And... so the blind ball, like 10 blinds, we can get it to 15 in one shot. I don't see the point. I guess if I had only blind balls, maybe it would make sense. But when we have bombs, we know the one thing that matters. Negative effects, right? So we have actually only hits bombs. So that's perfect. It did nothing. We actually have it. So you are some kind of psychic. More damage the longer the balls fly. That sounds like a bouncy ball setup to me. If I can survive. Looking quite spicy. Perfect. I never get good events. These guys again. It's cool, but you still... the problem, like with everything, is you still need to hit pegs. The slowest laser... but it did double damage. Just all you can ask, really. Can't afford to heal and upgrade. More refresh is nice. I'm not applying any effects. Let's get this. It's all about the bounce ball now. And if we can maybe find the other one also. I mean, we have this, so why not? Double damage slime. Could be interesting. Four times non-negative if peg downgrade. What does that mean? So it has a special interaction with the relic we had earlier. That downgrades. Okay. Go to the side I don't want to go. Nope, that doesn't work either. I applied exactly one slime. Can you cycle through the balls so we can get the bounce ball? Because that would help. Else we will literally never see it. Because everything just dies to bombs. And we could also try to do like 7 million multi-balls with bombs. Just throw more bombs, because you can literally sit around and throw bombs for like a minute straight. You have enough. Just dump a rock. I'm assuming that does not count the bombs, but I was given money, so I'm going to spend it. So this guy, I've never really figured out how to play this map, if I'm honest. It seems like no matter what you do, you end up in the slimy holes. This is the bouncy ball. The problem is now that we have slime pegs. So we're still going to get stuck in the horrible slime. And I'm wondering if I don't get them until I fire the ball. Or if it's just... Because I hear the effect. That is gonna flop out. I guess the best we can do is like up here somewhere. It's the wrong map, sadly. We will have... Literally any other map would have been fine. So we'll have to come back to that one. Look at my cool blind. Wow. 11 blind. This is just... You can't do anything other than flop this. Okay. This went in at least. And we can get the laser to actually... It's actually a laser ball now. Horrible to look at, but... Because this ignores pegs, so it will go... This looks fine. And this is what... Can we get a crit and a refresh? Is that possible? It has to be possible. With the godlike aim that we have. Yes. Except with the crits refresh, so we get the pegs back, so the entire aim is pointless. Right. Ruin all the effects. It's... Even with all these gifts, it's like it's hard to use them, which is sad. I guess we invest in the laser. It was kind of cool. More refresh, more balls, more cash. More bouncy balls is more bouncy. And it's also going to be insane with the super aim. Because now there's 3 balls to aim. And we can actually get to the bouncy ball here. And we have a map where it works. I think I can actually spam it myself as well. Now how do I get into the game with this? We have some aim. So the white line is the main ball, the other madness is the multi-balls. I feel like I have less control over the ball now. The more aim, the more I have no idea what's going to happen. And it's just... Let's just see how it does. Instantly out. Kind of as expected, sadly. But it's like seeing into the future, like the laser is the best, I guess, with this. It's the same regardless of what I do. But it's like we can see 10 moves into the future. And still I can't do anything useful with that. A different laser ball. I think we have enough balls. And it goes back to just one aim. Yes, and then they all come back. Poison Mr. Slimebag. And we can stab him as well. Unless he dies to the bombs, as always. It's not as bouncy as I remembered. But I did also play it with more bounce things. Oh yeah, I can't aim with the chains. Into the flames we go. Jupiter ball? I mean, it has to be the bounce ball. Removing balls still feels like the hardest thing to find in this game. This is hopefully a better map. I'm looking at the effects now as well. There's a lot of things. I can't heal them. I was hoping I could give them more health. Still an amazing ball. Sadly, we went in the 0.5 times damage. 8 million times. I mean, you can keep him alive forever until he gets one tap. Just get the refresh ball. That's going to help. More balls. I wasn't impressed by that either. We don't have bombs to do that, right? Just try it. It's nice to have more options. But I guess that's also like, that's part of the challenge. You're stuck with whatever the balls you were given. But the other thing with this is, sure, we can blind the guy, but he's gonna be dead if we have too much damage. Now we have the upgrades again, right? We do. On crits. Crit refresh, we don't have. We have the wrong thing. Just surf around the crit, but never get it. I am basically dead though. I'm alive. Can bounce some balls. It's just odd playing the game, and I basically live by the grace of you in chat. I could die at any moment. That was kind of close. This is specifically orbs. So now we are playing the spicy bomb ball every time. But it is spicy, so I feel like I have to. What's the chances that I can go right twice? This should also be a good bouncy ball map. This is the kind of ball you want. A bouncier map. What's the problem? That's also... Look at the upgrades. A normal peg is 1 damage. But that's the power of the bouncy ball. So we have relics that will make the walls and these things at the bottom more bouncy. And we have a ball that makes the next ball you shoot even more bouncy. And they probably stack. So how about... This is death. This ball guaranteed death. Because we saw how the bouncy ball moved. This is going to be quite the bomb stack. Again, not as good as I would have hoped, but definitely enough to delete the universe. And if you haven't seen more of Peglin, like, that's not that many bombs. You can vomit out thousands of bombs. There's no cap. So as long as you stay on the map and spawn more, there's just more bombs. One more round roll. We have tested most of the things now. Oh, it's this one. Haglin's random satchel of balls. We instantly got... We got what we wanted, I assume. Because I'm not allowed to reload now. I still says I have one, but it won't let me. So I have to fire a rock. And now a terror ball. But we blinded that guy. Or blind. I don't really know how we set up the best bomb build in the universe. Like, it has to be a matter of just spamming relics and then spamming removing relics and hoping we land the right ones. It's the only way to do it. I'm not even gonna look at the map. It's not like I can navigate anyway. Ghost is pretty cool. Because of an absolutely stacked ghost. 10 damage already. And then Bramble. I have to hit myself. I guess we used bomb. I can't reload. All these things I wish I could do. One bomb. Absolutely awful. Can maybe hit the bomb though, with some luck. This is an interesting concept, but I don't think it's ever relevant, sadly. More debuffs is more good. But you never know what you get, so it's also more bad. Forge. I wonder if the forge works with when you give me balls. We have so many balls already now. Kind of played its role already. Cash. Spin S. Bombs. That's a terror ball inside a rock. This is also interesting. We now do no damage. Or we can do crit damage still, I suppose. And we have enough buffs that it doesn't matter. But we have better debuffs. And we get a random debuff. Except we didn't delete that guy, but... we tried. But the problem is if you do no damage, you don't fire the ball, so we can't land the debuffs. So it's a kind of a soft lock almost. It's an interesting combo. You don't have any damage, you just drop the ball. We have 2 crits, but I can't aim with the chains, so it's very tricky. So it's crit or nothing. Surely 3 ghosts can hit the crit. No. And the one ball that we don't need to crit with, I still did crit with. Yeah, there's still a 2 damage. Lots of shops in this one. Or do we just invest? Sure. Have all my cash. And then we go shopping. Perfect. Exactly as planned. Look at all the cool things we can buy. I've seen this one before though. Why is it a question mark? Is it a goblin horn? A slime bag horn? Something else? Okay, we can win this in one ball. We can also die. And because I can't change ball, there's no option, so... What can we survive? Like 8 bombs? That was fine. No problems here. Not a single problem. This is nice. But this is also nice. So this is one of those builds I wanted to do for a million years, but never found. Also an amazing event. Actually get rid of a ball. But it feels more like now, either we crit and we one-shot, or we don't and we do nothing. There's no in between. I think I will need that with the bombs. Can survive at least once. Because I seem to also somehow always draw the bomb ball. Not now. Okay. Can we evade the vines? Doesn't make sense. So all this is gonna do me no good. Outside of his normal slaps, I suppose. They don't feel that intense. Like 2 poison stacks, 24 blind. And the bramble is like, this is the whole bramble boss. Gonna get all my bomb balls stuck in the vines, as is tradition. Gravity? Let's do cactus again. Can't do damage anyway. No, I have a different way I can't do damage. It's all about the crits and the debuffs. Oh yeah, we can do damage on crits. So actually a good cactus build, with a little bit of help from the 7 million relics I got for free. This is actually not the spicy bomb ball, it's the normal bomb ball. So there's no danger, unless we turn it into red bombs. Did I have one of these as well? Apparently I do. Fine. Always the bombs. Watch them get stabbed by the cactus 17 million times. It's also an interesting ball. More cash is more damage. But we had a similar thing last run, or recently at least. We do still fire the ghost. Okay, so even with the cactus we can still apply debuffs with the shot if we crit. No, that was a 0 damage. Did something change? Because now we're throwing the balls again, even though they do no damage, unless I'm blind. Or am I just sneaking in a crit at the end every time? Six brambles. Is that the double intensity? And then he just gets to sit there and take no damage from the cactus. And still explode. These are some crazy balls now. The endless 0 damage ticks. Okay, ghost. Should have been more careful with going for the crit, huh? Or it's just the ghost, the ball you fire anyway. Because that helps a lot. Get the ball back, someone is reloading a lot. Oh, you can actually stop the ball. Okay, this is better. Now I can't do anything at all. Just stop the ball mid-flight. That I have not seen before. I think we skip Peglin. Because we have a million things already that are very cool. All bramble, double bramble. Yeah, there's a lot of challenges you can do with this. Literally pick any ball and do only that. That is fantastic with the debuff. Well, I mean, don't know if I can even call it the debuff build. It's just whatever we happen to have. Can we actually? No. Still need to crit. There's a brambling the lamp. And once we hit the crit, we just roll through everything. 12 brambles. I think this will be the last run. We'll see how far it goes. Because I've had problems with the cactus before. I'm sure I can find a way to ruin it again. Right, we can't target with these guys. Which is a shame, because the cactus will be amazing for targeting dudes. That we have to just take it. Is this good now with the... Because the problem is still, if I don't crit, I'm not even gonna fire the ball. And then it's useless. So it's a good trade-off. That's not bad damage. I mean, it's 26 with... I guess I got some boost. The Giga Cactus kill. Okay, we did crit, so we could... Because I'm not going to do any damage with the shot. 15 stacks is pretty nice. Sadly, now we don't have the duplicator ball. They died together. It will end on some other kind of wall. Is this also good with cactus? Like, is dense cactus more good? Because it's technically more cactus if it's more dense. But it might also just mean it doesn't hit any pegs. The pierce there was amazing. But it's almost funnier firing the rocks than it does 400 instances of no damage. $38 brambles, like... Sadly, we can't just skip turn, because we could just... This is like the true torturer approach. Let him sit there in his 59 turns brambled. Forever poisoned. Whatever else nonsense we have on him, that will do nothing. The blind, for example. Never been relevant, not once. Or it has been relevant once. Didn't I soft lock the mine boss? Because it was fully blinded. So it does work on bosses, but it's like super unlikely that you get to stack it that high. I don't need a rock. Now where we're going, into the flames. And dodge the flames. Throw your own head in the flames. Still somehow dodge the hit. Some round roll magic. I don't want 3 rocks. I can't imagine anything worse. I could, but don't give me 50 terribles. Oh yeah, but that also just got stuck, right? Like we found our pacifist friend. So here the cactus is good, right? Except if I don't do any damage. Because I don't crit, but he's still taking damage. Because it's only the instances of hits here. That's interesting. But multi-ball is even better. You kill him in half a second. Like potentially the fastest map in the game, I think. Roll in the brambles. Perfect getting the pierce on that guy. That we get everyone stuck. That would be... That's also like a bramble challenge. Keep all the enemies in place. Like a whole line of them, no one able to move. I should target this guy also. But the refresh is a huge problem. Oh yeah, you can stack things. So cactus, cape, and the coin thing I suppose as well. And that, yeah. Soon as we get a crit, it's just over. Instantly. Ghost Man. I mean, we have more balls, so I think we're fine. He also does not care about brambles. But he is 50 blind. Does he have that anyway? That sounds like a cash build to me. Let's not just make everything a bomb build. Some variety. I think we can go left. We can maybe shop for a thing that unlikely to be relevant, but it's there, so that's also interesting. More balls, but now we have only specific balls. Oh yeah. So we actually had a relevant blind for once. It actually happened. That wonder what these guys actually are. Because they do end up doing a lot of damage eventually. There has to be something bad. And I kinda have to crit the damage them still. That was the super multi-ball. I mean, there is some an argument for the cactus. I guess it's still really just... It's the same as any other build. As long as you have a big damage stack and more balls, it's just gonna be good damage, right? There's no difference really. Like, this is just crazy, but that's also multi-ball and like an 11 damage crit, which is not normal. Just like Crucible 12 and everything dies in one hit. This we could now do almost the all bramble build. Just get that for speed. Now if we could only pierce 44 stacks instantly. Or just the brambles forever. 60 blind. 80 blind. The one that I skipped earlier. But it's like, the game knows. So now we could just leave them here forever. The black hole is going to eat them soon enough. Unless the black hole is a portal to some other goblin realm with even crazier science than whatever we have here. This is also just a nice ball. A good solid ball. I mean, I guess I'm gonna bramble a dude. That's... No brambling. Because this, I think, fires even if it does no damage. Yes. So now we have... Not automatically, but basically one. And we'll just see if the bramble magic can catch up. They could just die here as well. They ramp up very fast. This one has the most health. Actually playing the game. Wow. Also the confusion things. Here we go, like multi-ball. Things I did not know. It's like confusion aiming is... Also getting intel and stuff that I don't deserve. Could still die. It's, that's the thing I do often as well. I go to target the dude and I just shoot. Nice. Boss exploded first. Very lucky, because that was about to end. Maybe I should not have grabbed this. So we had like more of a claim on the all bramble. Although I would have died without it most likely. How many of these are boss relics is the real question. Like this. There's quite a lot of sheeting. And the cactus. And this also. It was like half boss relics. Got a little bit of a boost. But now we've tried this at least with the madness mode. I think we need... Like, I don't know what's a good time to stream. I can basically do... It's evening here now. I can basically do now or weekends. That's it. But we can keep experimenting with that as well. Not that bad stats. 90 wins in 380. 1 in 4. A poll sounds smart. A lot of achievements I don't have. This is not a good... That's less of a good look. But this is also mostly Crucible. And some of them are custom builds. Brick slime box. Not a slime bag, a box. Fine, I guess I can learn the terminology. This guy. Yeah, but this was also just a 2 out of. And this is also with, like, help today. What is this supposed to show? Quite a few, yeah. But these are not as bad as I thought. And then we have the custom madness. So this is where you give the level up. So I only noticed recently. Where's the summoning circle? Now we have a cool ball. I need to do that after. Oh, they changed this to big. But that makes sense with the name. Probably can find it. Yeah, that's a big improvement. That should be the link, and then hopefully I don't take 50 years to approve people. That's the main problem. But there are a lot of relics in this game as well, like... It's basically what you need for a good roguelike, just a lot of stuff. It's definitely not a cult. A sash? I wonder if you could still kill me with crowd control if we run this. I don't know how I even unlocked that. But... Still missing things. I'm also wondering how hard it is to code like custom crowd control stuff. There's no point doing that now, but could be interesting for the future. But I think we just call it here. Thank you for watching. It was nice to try this. Some more madness. And with better latency and more coins.